Hey you, it's Mo. Today I'm so excited to share with you the new Gucci eyeshadow palette. This packaging, it's something, isn't it? So pretty. Along with the lipstick and fragrance. We're going to dabble into everything. We're going to try it out. We're going to do swatches. We're going to create a couple of looks. We're going to see what this beauty is all about. And yes, Gucci gang, I got you. I have the previous eyeshadow palette for us to compare. So we'll be able to see and know all the things. Let's hydrate and begin. So, details. We love details, and I want to share them all with you. So, let's start off with the packaging. This is what the outer carton looks like. Information up top, and the shades on the back. And I will say, the packaging is quite sturdy because when you open it, you do have this extra layer on the inside that's like a little bit thicker. Keeps everything contained and, you know, packaged really nicely. So there's that. And then here you go. You've got your Gucci sleeve, super soft. And here is your eyeshadow palette. Beautiful, very old Hollywood glam, nice quality and construction. And here's more details here on the back for you. And to open her up, you simply press. Dun, dun, dun. So inside you do have a good high quality mirror. And here's your eyeshadows. It does come with this little plastic, so we're going to take that off. So yes, let's address it. I do agree that there is quite a bit of space here, but this palette was designed and intended to be like a decorative piece along with makeup. And it is pretty cool that it's interchangeable. You can just pop this out. And then here's the palette, you know, without the eyeshadow inside. You can use this for something else. I'm not sure what. I personally wouldn't do that. I would just change it around if I wanted to. But there's that. So, per Gucci's description, a luxurious, soft-textured shadow palette delivering high color from the first stroke. Designed for you to express yourself with endless creative combinations. It offers 12 shades in various finishes including satin, matte, and metallic. Featuring the house's emblematic Flora pattern, the shadows reveal a creative harmony of colors inspired by the Gucci Flora's scented universe. So the palette comes with 6 matte shades, 3 metallic shades, and 3 satin shades. So we've got details, description out of the way on the eyeshadow palette. Let's get into some swatches. Let's talk about the lipstick really quick. This is in the shade They Met in Argentina. I believe that this is a best-selling shade. It's just in the limited edition packaging. Listen, Gucci gets it with the packaging. It gives you that very high-quality experience, that very glamorous experience. Just an overall nice feeling product. It's weighty, it's luxe. I love the gold finish down here. It matches the facial mist and majority of the other Gucci products. It's very on brand, okay? The shade They Met in Argentina is a warm rosewood color with neutral tones and uplifting notes of pink and coral. Now this lipstick provides long-lasting shine and 24 hours of hydration. So I purchased my palette from Sephora and automatically, I've never had this before. I don't know if it's like a new thing or it's just with this particular product or they've done it before and I just never experienced it, but they automatically put in these 2 little samples of the Gucci Flora fragrance, and I like the first one, the one in the pink. Now there's another one. So the one in the pink packaging is more of a gardenia, and the new one in this packaging is described as the Gorgeous Jasmine. So what I'm gonna do is I placed her here. We're gonna let her dry down, And as we're working on the makeup and such, I'll see how I feel about it in a little while. But I am a big fan of this one. It's really nice. I don't have the full size because, in all honesty, Gucci fragrances, they don't last as long as I would like. I much rather spend a little more money and get a little more better of a fragrance that's going to last me a lot longer. It's like, you know, as far as wear time, that's my only issue with these. They smell good, but they don't last as long as I would like them to. But who knows? Maybe this one is different. I don't know. Anyhow, that's it. We'll get back to the fragrance later on in the video. I'm going to scooch you nice and close. We're going to do a full face Gucci Beauty and create a couple of looks with this eyeshadow palette. And let's see. Because the claim said that this is supposed to be an amazing eyeshadow palette with an amazing formulation. We shall see. You wouldn't know it, but I just had like a mini heart attack because I just dropped this lens. But I think we're okay. Oh my gosh, that was scary. All right, hold on. I'm going to actually go in with this balm from Gucci. It's full face of Gucci all around. So I'm going to prep my lips with this. I'm also going to prep my skin, so as we're working on the eyeshadows, the skin is, you know, getting its moment too. So I am going in with my Gucci Beauty Mist. This is really, really pretty. It gives a very nice glow to the skin. Very refreshing. I just don't suggest you talk or open your mouth because but it does have a very nice effect on the skin and I do really like it. And it was a birthday gift, so that I love it even more. I really wish Gucci would come out with concealer because then I would be able to use that as my lid primer. So ultimately what that means is this is going to be the only non-Gucci Beauty product that I'm going to use. And it's my Tom Ford Emotion Proof Eye Base because I have to prime my lids. I'm going to try to use as many of the shadows as possible. So I think we're going to create one eye with a look, one eye with another look. I'll take it off and then we'll do another look on both. So, I know, bold, brave, amazing. So I'm starting with this shade here. It's pretty creamy. Let's blend that on the outer eye. Focus that. Let's get a little closer. Hi. Closer? Good? Okay, there we go. So I'm focusing on the outer eye with that shade, and then I'm just going to blend in the crease. I've gone back into that shade, and we're just going to build and keep blending until I get to where I want to be. But let's see this palette's versatility. Let's see, is this going to be a palette you're going to be able to reach for and use? Or is this going to be just a palette you reach for on special occasions? Or is this just going to be a palette that's decoration on your vanity? Let's find out. So that's my third time now going in, continuing to build and blend. This shade is quite creamy. It's blending really nicely. Yeah, there we go. Looks good. That same brush, which is actually a Wayne Goss number 17, she's fluffy. I'm going to go into the darkest shade from this palette right there. I am tapping because, yeah, that's rich. I'm going to focus this just on the outer eye, but I'm very lightly patting and building that outer eye. All right, I am comfortable with that amount of depth on my eyes. Go in with this. Oh, there we go. Let's go in with this shade. I'm using a Chanel brush. This is an OG brush. I've had it for over 10 years. I doubt they make it anymore. This, oh, look at that. I'm just going to put that on the center portion because I want to go in with another color. Okay. Just patting. And then over here where my two colors meet, I'm patting so we get a nice soft blend. And I have not gone back in yet, but I am now going back into that shade. Okay. Going back into the brush we used prior. There's no product, I'm just using the brush alone. Going into this shade down here. That's going to go on the beginning portion of the lid. Going back in to build it up, but that's a nice intensity right there. But I want just a little bit more. Okay, let me get nice and close so you can see the consistency of the shadows. The nice soft blend, the pigmentation. It was quite effortless to create this look. Yeah, so that's a fun little look. Finish it up with a little wing. I am using the Gucci liner. That was really quick and easy to create. Yeah. All right, let's do something a little more soft and everyday. Then we'll do another look. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm just winging it as we go. The creative juices are flowing. Let's go into this lighter brown shade. Let's start off with that as our transition. Now this look, I want this to be my softer look. This would be the look I could grab this palette every day and create. You know, a nice, soft, pretty look. Blending very nicely this shade. It's soft and it gives just enough on the eyes. We like that. I'm going to go into the other brown shade. It's just a little bit darker. That shade I'm going to focus on the outer portion of my eye. And it's not going to be a major noticeable difference per se. Going back in, just building that. It's just to give a little bit more definition on the look. And that's it. Honestly, between the two, I can't really tell the difference. Can you? On my skin tone, I can't really tell the difference between those two shades. But they did the trick. So let's move on. Let's go into this pinky tone here. I love pink eyeshadow. I think it looks so pretty for the everyday. I'm using that same brush, just picking up on that same fluffy brush. So with that, know that the deposit is going to be a softer wash, but that's what I want. So this is going to be our lid shade. And I'm softly blending that onto my lid. Ooh, I've gone back in. And I'm just building that shade up just a little bit. What a difference between the two looks, right? This one is a lot more. It's got a little more shimmer to her. This one is like a soft, pretty, matte look, right? I like that. That's exactly what I would do on a nice, easy, everyday kind of look. Not much to it. Soft and pretty, we like. Honestly, for me, that's it. I'm good. I'm very confident and good with that look. I am going to do a very soft liner, and I'm actually going to use one of these instead of the liquid liner. So it's a little softer and it stays on with the softer look that I want to create. Doing a soft liner with this brown shade. And now I'm going to just apply a couple coats of mascara. There is our soft and pink and pretty look. I really actually like it with the brown liner. I think it keeps the look soft and pretty. And it's so smooth on my lids, right? And I'm glad that I'm able to show you quite an extreme difference. We have a very soft and cute and pretty look on one eye. Okay. And then we have something a little bit more dramatique on the other. So the palette's, you know, a little versatile. We like that. So again, here are our first two looks. I know, I like them too. But I'm going to take off these two looks. Let's do a quick full face of Gucci. One more look. Let's do it. Face is done. I'm just lightly refreshing my brows because with those powders and such. I did just use my bronzer as like my blush. Yeah. Because Gucci doesn't want to give us blush for whatever reason. They want to give us everything but. We'll get there. I know we will. Let's start off with the darker of the two browns. That's going to be our first shade. And I can already tell that this is going to be the shade I always want to reach for first. Because it's just doing the job, you know? Don't complain if it's working, you know? And I like how easy these are blending and just looking on the lids. I'm going to go into this darker purpley shade with that fluffy brush. Actually, no. I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. This is a number 20 from Wayne Goss. Just so that I can focus it a little bit better. So I pick up. Didn't see me do that, but I did pick up. I'm going to tap so it's not too intense, okay? We want to be in control. I'd rather have less than too much and build up, you know? So, doing that, and I'm just going to focus this on the outer portion closest to the lash line. And I'm almost unintentionally creating a little cat eye with that. Unintentionally. We are going to blend that, of course, but that's such a pretty shade. Look at that. Look how pretty that. Oh, that's gorgeous. That kind of just threw a monkey wrench in what I wanted to do. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh. You know what? So let's keep building this. That's so pretty. You know, I don't give purples a fair chance, and I should. This is a very pretty purple shade, isn't it? Ooh. I like that. I like that a lot. Wow, I was not expecting this. But what was I expecting? So I'm just continuing to pat and build and then blend. And I'm keeping it very controlled. I'm not getting too blown out with it, which I can do very easily if I don't watch myself. What I am going to do is go back into my fluffy brush, back into that brown shade, and just blend. So everything's smooth and perfected. Trying to use as many shades as possible because this is a look. But let's use the shade right here. I've been really wanting to try this shade. I'm going to put right here. Ooh, that's pretty. That goes really nice with the purple, doesn't it? I get it. I get it. They're expensive. It's Gucci. You're paying for a brand, an experience, beautiful packaging. But the eyeshadows put a little brown in the waterline. Now I'm going to take my very small little detailed brush. I'm going to go into this shade here. It's like a different, it's like a blue purple. It's like a purple blue. I'm going to put that super close on the bottom lash line, just to try to use as many colors from the palette as possible, but still stay in the purple family with this look. All right, this look definitely needs a lip. I removed the balm and the foundation that was on my lip. Let's go in to the lipstick. This is a pretty color. It's going to be pretty universal in the sense that it's not too pink, it's not too corally, it's not too nude. I feel like it'll go with a lot of looks. And I feel like it looks pretty nice with the look we're wearing today. Okay. Yes. So before we get into the comparisons with the older eyeshadow palette, here's our finished look. This is what the palette did. I created 3 different looks for you. We did something nice and soft and pretty and easy and quick and great for the everyday. We did something a little more bold and fun, and then there's this. This I like to call my wild card. And quick fragrance check-in. Still smells good, still holding up good. I feel like now I've had some time to meld in with my chemistry, and I like it. Back to the eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette, yes, the packaging is stunning and beautiful, and it is like a work of art. It's very Gucci, it's high-end, it's luxe, it's an experience. And I truly think that's what you're paying for. But let's add in the eyeshadow palettes, these shadows, like, they performed, they applied, they blended, they're pigmented, they're nice, they're pretty. The color story is actually something I can get on with. Like this purple, look right here. I looked at this purple in here and I was like, meh. But then I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. It's very beautiful. And I tried to use as many of the shadows as possible. The only, I think I only didn't use 3 of the 12. So that's that. But overall, the performance of these eyeshadows, they performed. The color story is something you can get creative with if you'd like. It has enough pops of color, but they're wearable pops of color. They're not outlandish colors that you won't want to have just like a little bit of fun. And not to mention, there was no fallout. I had none of that. And I used all of the finishes. No fallout. Great. Now what I do want to do, because Gucci hasn't given us highlight yet, I'm going to go into this shade right here. This is a Wayne Goss airbrush. I'm just going to lightly apply that for highlight today. What do you say? Well, you gotta just be careful with using eyeshadows on the face because eyeshadows are intended to be a little more. So this, okay. There isn't a blush shade in this one, or I would have used a blush shade, but we'll do highlight and that'll work. That'll finish us up. There we go. Highlight on the skin. Eyeshadow for highlight. I'm not mad at it. Okay, the lipstick, super comfortable, very hydrating. Nice because I like these because you can go in light and just have like a soft little application of color, or you can, you know, keep applying and build up the color, you know, to your desired intensity. Very creamy, very comfortable on the lips, and very hydrating. I am a fan of hydrated lips. So lipstick and eyeshadow, they did good. Now, shall we compare the two eyeshadows? Let's see. Let's see. I'm mainly going to be comparing the color stories because I bought this and I never used it. I know, don't come for me. But I do want to compare the colors because there are like a few colors that look close. Let's see. I can say that these do not feel like as creamy, but let's keep going. The purples that I thought were similar, not so much. I mean, they're both quite unique in their own way. So side by side, I don't see any identical shades. Maybe like similar shades with this lighter shades. Like the old one, the shadows don't feel as creamy. The shade right here was a little crumbly and it wasn't super smooth. Every single shade in the new palette was creamy and smooth, and you guys saw how they performed. The older palette, not that they're bad, because they're pigmented and nice, but they felt a little different. So if anything, the new one is an improvement. Yes. But again, here they are side by side. The old and new. So that's everything. Let me know what you guys think about this new collection from Gucci Beauty. Comment down below. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Don't forget to give today's video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Stay beautiful, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.